Hello and welcome to the Forge Alliance Forever Cast. I'll be your host Swkoll, and today we're looking at luxun versus Petric pawns on Eye of the Storm. If you are wondering why this map is all black, it's because my graphics card is awful and doesn't like some maps, which you probably know if you've been around here for a while. But this is the match I have been most waiting for so far. We might have some delicious matchups in the finals. But right now, round 2, this is what I'm looking forward to. Petric pawns versus luxun 17. luxun 17, of course, Imba Cup winner, amazing tournament guy, has the skills to pay the bills. Meanwhile, Petric pawns a bit newer, still incredibly good. Of course, he is the disadvantage. He's not typically a Naval player, but luxun doesn't. He's more of a Seraphim guy. Though both of these players can both competently play both factions. And luxun, of course, going to start out with that first bomber. Because he's that meta. What? No. First bomber on this map. Very powerful because, you know, very critical expending engineers. And your ACU can go places. Like your ACU would go down here or go up here. I'm not making any sense, but I'm going to continue talking because that's how casting works. luxun, of course, because of this, will have an early disadvantage of power and mass and all those things that people say are important, but I'm not entirely sure. Petric, is he looking to go for a Hydro build? Indeed he is. Pwn's grabbing the Hydro for some early power. Does that mean he's only going to get a few mexes? Let's see. This is what I get for trying to render, upload, and cast at the same time, but these games are just so good I'm trying to pump them out. It's only good for the 7p gens with the Hydro, or the 6p gens with the Hydro, giving them that extra power he needs. And aggressive NG to the middle. Wanted to grab those mixes. Of course, middle won't be too hard to grab considering both these players are Aeon, and Aeon Auroras are awesome. So, luxun comes in with his first bomber of bomberness. Is the Hydro going to be complete? Let's see. Oh, it's only halfway done. luxun comes in with the bomber, microing it like a boss. He sees his target. Engineer's already spaced out, but the bomb does go off. Does it hit both? First engineer goes down, second engineer is saved. Petric now knows about the first bomber. He has Auroras going through the middle. He's got to get that air factory up. It's only halfway up now, so he's going to buy some time. Nice dodge there from Petric. Static AA forced out. Another nice dodge. Petric with the skills. More static AA, more mobile AA. Mobile AA being brought up to defend the Hydro. luxun maybe going to look for an expanding engineer to the left. Not going to find it. This engineer trying to do it. Tries a dodge. luxun, no bomb dropped. Second AA is forced out. Third AA. And this bomber can do no more. Oh, it gets a bomb off. Does it make it? Doesn't make it. Does not. Hydro is complete. Petric loses one engineer assisting the Hydro, but that's okay. luxun with the second bomber. See if he can do anything with that. Inti's now out from Petric. Some pretty intense early action from luxun. I wouldn't say that bomber really paid for itself, unless that forced a power stall in Petric's economy, which it hasn't. Petric's economy is fine, considering he has the Hydro with the 6p gens. If he had been more greedy, delaying that Hydro slightly could have been more dangerous. Looks like Inti gonna go out in the middle. See this bomber might be able to do some damage. Oh, the timing might just work out. Oh, he's gonna slow down the bomber. Looking for something. This might not be enough time. Petric, does he react? Let's see, is he reacting? No. Yes. No. Inti gonna micro itself. Bomb gets off. Can it kill all 4 of these units in one pass? Dodges go every which way, and it kills nothing. Now the Inti right behind it will probably be able to clean that up. Although an Inti from luxun now out, bomber does go down. Though doing the damage and forcing out those 3 mobile AAs, always a bit dangerous. And luxun now able to grab more mexes. So Petric with that NG in the middle should be quite good. More aggressive engineer on the top for luxun. Looks like ACUs are going to do the typical thing of walking sideways, which typically ensures a longer game. When both ACUs meet, one will either win, and the other will be forced away. one of them will just kill the other, and then that'll be the game. But if both go each way, ACUs can usually secure the expansions, which of course means both players can eco safely, and it turns into an eco war and stuff. Looks like Petric gonna send out 2 Auroras into the middle. It looks like they lost their scout. Scout's being a bit behind. Bomber coming out from Petric, looking for expanding engineers. This engineer will go down. But a nice scout should be able to... Ooh, a second bomber going to look for another expanding engineer. Bomb comes off. Dodge. Doesn't happen. One expanding engineer taken out, but there is a second one. Petric maybe assuming that's the only one. Hasn't seen this other one that's going to expand more to the bottom. Let's see what this bomber can do. Well, we got our other bomber. What's the other bomber doing? 1 kill. Managed to clean that up. Engineer building the air factory shot down. Power production, which was going to be a power production engine, denied. Of course, these players knowing what they're doing, trying to keep that denial going. And an unlucky find. Luxun's bomber gets taken out. Mobile AAs to the top. Maybe more as scouts than as anything else. Bomber just got taken out. Bomber from Petric going to be allowed all the way into the base. Can he do anything? He can spot a transport. And he can do some damage to power. Let's see, the target is... I'm not entirely sure. I guess that bomber will get cleaned up. Slight miss micro, but after all that bomber micro, can't really blame him. And Petric winning the naval land battles. And because he spotted this transport, I don't know if he can keep it alive. Is it being targeted? It's down to below half health. And of course, with that transport at such low health, might not be able to do anything, especially with 3 NTs on the way. Are they locked on to that transport? They might be. Might know where that is. Yeah, it looks like they're curving to the left, trying to shoot that down. Scout spots the NTs incoming. Can they deny it? Where's the transport looking to drop? Looks like it's just going to drop these mexes. Luxun maybe going to win earlier at the cost of this transport. Transport does go down. Luxun with numbers in the Inti game, though, despite building that transport. Inti from Petric out. Transport from Petric out. In this nice dark blue that he has. Obviously, realizing that the blue is was actually overpowered in this game. They'll be able to exploit the blue. 2 transports from Petric. Is he building a third? No, 2 is sufficient. Maybe we're looking at an artillery drop. Or some sort of Aurora drop. Because I could see NG's brought to the top to fight. But a second transport, that's what interests me. Though this transport will get spotted. Not that Petric does not have the inties to deal with it. And with the mobile AA here, can't really shoot down a full health transport. That's just not something that happens. Of course, this transport going to the top, looks like it's going to drop all its engineers directly in the top expansion, trying to force Luxun away, get that... How many? Only 2 NGs in that, though. Possibly a third, no, it just looks like 2. Be a tough time forcing up a Tech 1 PD. It looks like the transport opting to just drop him into this main expansion now, after losing 1 engineer to a group of Auroras. Might as well just not drop more here. Let's see, watching these 2 drops simultaneously, what can these players do? Tech 1 PD forced up. Luxun dealing with the mobile AAs, trying to fight them. Transport immediately spotted from Luxun. Petric knows exactly what's going on, sends his ACU immediately in there. Luxun, how long till he starts building Tech 1 PD? Doesn't build it immediately. Interesting transport kept up here. Maybe thinking that's what he needs to do. Tech 1 PD forced up from Luxun. Petric much farther ahead. Looks like he's going to get that. So after the first PD, he gets radar factory and second PD. And with that PD now up, Luxun might have some problems securing that, although Petric might also have similar problems. Though he is pushing out artillery from his main factory. Luxun has no such artillery in support yet. Does he even know about this here? He does not. He doesn't know. He just doesn't know. Tech 1 PD does get forced up from luxun, but he might lose both of his Tech 1 engineers if he's not careful. No factory for you, sir. Surprisingly, no Tech 1 PD in the middle. Actually, just an AA turret. This might get denied. Petric will lose his early mass advantage, but Petric does take out the expanded engineers in the bottom. luxun, of course, now knows what's here, but does not react. This PD... Wait, does he? Yeah, this PD was shooting him. He's lost spill health, and great rating from Petric. This is fantastic stuff. Pushing this front up here, getting the eco advantage. He's already got a Tech 2 mass extractor. Now going into the Navy. Both players simultaneously going into the Navy. A little bit of capacity there, but that doesn't necessarily matter. Winning Navy on this map can be a game ender if done correctly. Petric going ahead and secure this bottom expansion. Still fighting for the top from luxun. luxun, of course, opting to just eat the fire from the Tech 1 PD when he goes and maybe reclaims it or overcharges it. This is going to be hazardous to his health, but it will win him the expansion. Yeah, it looks like he's just going to reclaim that. Gonna eat a bit of Tech 1 artillery fire, but that's okay. Transport dropped successfully. Engineer now in the middle for luxun. Our French friend, and luxun gonna go down to below half health, taking out that Tech 1 PD. Which means he can't entirely have a very aggressive ACU, but luxun with the air control doesn't have to be worried about snipes. Another drop coming in. Looks like he wants to... Oh, it's an aggressive drop. Prepared to bring some pain onto the vile forces of Petric Bones. Although, simultaneously, another drop from Petric. Looks like this is... I don't know where this is going. Game's not telling me. Possibly over here. But it is spotted by all of the Auroras that now attack Petric's force. luxun going down very low. He needs to get in the water. Stat. Down to... into the red. 2,000 health. Gets a nice veterancy. And that should be able to save him just fine. He's totally safe. Though the aggressive drop is shot down from Petric. Meanwhile, luxun does get his in. 3 Auroras. No scout, but that doesn't matter. They're still cool. Petric somehow forgetting to take this up. Perhaps worried about some sort of snipe. Forces up the Tech 1 AA. He just doesn't like bombers. Now with Auroras going in to clean up these other Auroras, frigates are now out. If this frigate is used effectively, Petric can completely deny lots of mexes and lots of land aggression from luxun. luxun with the bomber production now. Looks like Petric might be able to take out this offensive factory that was dropped by an NG. Just radars and things. Petric hiding in the water. He's taken a bit of damage himself, but not entirely unhealthy. Tech 1 PD forced up from luxun. luxun does have to worry about being so low health, though he might lose his factory to the Tech 1 artillery if he doesn't engage it directly. Looks like luxun, he's gonna lose that and maybe try to win it with the land battle. Leaving his position. Oh no, he's turning around. He's gonna fight it, but I don't know. I think this is a loss for his Tech 1 land factory. Not that that's entirely irreplaceable. Reinforcements are coming around from luxun. It was still dangerously low health, but there's no point defense here anymore. And without any units nearby from Petric to force him into the water, he is quite safe. But the sub, there's a sub. Oh no. Tech 2 air out from luxun, wanting to do some harassment on these Auroras, especially with all the air control that he now possesses. Decent amount of build capacity on that for Petric. Petric with a serious power advantage, but can he use that to win air? That's the question. It looks like Petric will finally be losing this position, although somehow luxun has the mass advantage, or at least until this position is taken out by Petric. Nice bombs taking out the Auroras. Nice to see this. It looks like gunship's just going to be moved in to be brought in defensively. Petric might want to stay in the water. Waters do not look very friendly. Looks like we're going to have our air fight. Petric sending his inties into a position down here, trying to get the gunships to engage. Looks like this mechs and stay temporarily. And only if these Auroras would move in a little further, they could take that out. But all of the things that Petric has to focus on right now, Tech 2 NGs brought into the water. Maybe looking for Tech 2 torpedo launchers? I don't know. Or maybe building a Navy naval yard directly at Tech 2. Actually, no, he needs the HQ first, never mind. Grab that idea. Both players just... Petric with such superior sub production. I'm not sure if luxun can do anything about that. Though Petric should... Has Petric scouted that navy? He has, but chooses not to deny it. Frigate with 2 kills, gonna get a 3rd. Frigate just gonna try to deny this. Nice bombs coming off from Petric, 4-kill bomber. And the air fight does go off. I can't necessarily tell who has inty numbers. There are gunships around. Actually, it looks like Petric with superior micro. Maybe superior numbers. luxun just running away from the fight, trying to get out of there. But there's nowhere for him to run. He's got no cruisers. He's got no flak. Look, I think this is a shift G order. This is useful in air fights, apparently. Holy crap. So you would target everything at once. And Petric, more or less winning that, but there are swift wins out, so it's kind of a win. Not really entirely wholesome win, but he still does kind of win it, you know. Bombers now patrolling defensively. Petric might be a bit worried about losing this position. There's some scary force of Auroras up there. Petric, he's still losing on the mass front, but he can fix that quite easily. Looks like he'll be able to dime mass. And just all the mass being deposited here is quite huge. Although we have to remember, luxun does have the option of building torpedo bombers if he wishes. It doesn't look like he wishes. And the Petric now couldn't come out of the water. Possibly in another aggressive drop, missing the gunships. Gonna go directly after these hard-to-fight mexes. Looks like Petric making the switch to Tech 2 Air as well, getting that swift wind production out and ready. The drop, oh no, it got so close. Beautiful explosions. Tech 1 bombers doing the harassment they need to do. Multiple subs in here. He just needs to get luxun to go in the water. How much does luxun know about Petric's navy? Not too much. luxun having... Oh, this is terrible. Petric's getting kited. He's got no scout with him. Petric not getting upgrades. Is luxun getting an upgrade? No, luxun going to fall back. Away from the water. And an aggressive Aurora push from Petric. Might be able to damage luxun's naval build capacity. luxun's keeping the air despite not having the power to really do it. Is luxun power stalling? He's just such perfect power balance, whereas Petric is wasting 300 power per tick. I think that's really what's been deciding factor, the power balance from luxun. Although Petric is teching additional factories to Tech 2, getting more build capacity on Swiftwinds, and nice overcharges on Auroras. Petric might want to go into the water, feel it's safe, although he's going to retreat at an angle. Maybe want to defend his position there, which could be critical. An NG drop right into the middle. We'll meet a nice Aurora as Petric tries to secure this for himself. Let's see, it'll be how fast luxun is to react. He is only dropping 2 NG, so that might not be enough to reclaim an Aurora, especially if he doesn't react instantaneously. Although an aggressive drop onto this ledge here won't it. Although Petric might be looking for an engagement here in the air. Frigate gonna find some nice Tech 2 engineers to clean up while continuously winning these sub-battles. Petric fighting Auroras like a boss. Looks like he's losing the battle, though subs are now in the water. Somehow Petric needs to get his forces down there. He's got so many subs pausing the naval production facilities to get more mass into the air fight. Oh, somehow losing these sub-battles despite having like 7 subs, and this is the only 2 subs. Petric needs to move in his navy stat. Static Tech 1 AA is not enough to defend the gunship threat. Petric can lose a bit of health here. Torpedo bombers not being produced, so he's a bit safe temporarily, and luxun catches up in the power game. Petric in the mass game. This Aurora, here Aurora, is doing everything right. And Petric winning the sub-battle, but losing his expansion. Takes out the gunships. Does he win air? Kind of kind of wins there. 11 kill frigate. Aurora's just running up into Tech 1 point defense. Luxun, not sure what he wants to do, but I guess he does want to Tech 2 Navy. These subs might have something to say about that. It looks only 2 Auroras survive. More waves coming down. Tech 2 PD ready in case there's some sort of run by. And Petric just trying to win this air game, but he just can't. Now going to Tech 2 Navy of his own. Maybe he can win it with that. Gunships production from Petric. Maybe looking for a snipe. I don't know. Or additional harassment might be another option that Petric has. And Mercy's being readied from Luxun. Oh man, where's the AA? Someone tell me there's a... Oh no! Petric! No, 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 no. This... Wait, what? The Mercies failed! The Mercies failed! They didn't hit Petric! What? Huh? And Luxun loses 2 Mercies. Okay, that's 600 mass wasted. Petric, he's got no time for that. Goes right into the water. Now it looks like gunships being brought in. Targeting build capacity. There are a few minties here, but they're not too effective. Tech 1 PD, 23 kills, 24 kills, getting so much veterancy, it's crazy. Cost effectiveness off the charts. Just without any artillery, this PD regenning at 5 HP per second. Additional air battles go down. Looks like Petric is now losing in it, but he does have gunships out fighting the engineers, taking advantage of everything he's got. Now, a landsman from Luxun directly going into the middle. Same with Petric. Petric now has the Tech 2 Navy. Has he denied Luxun's Navy? No, he has not. Subs did not want to directly engage, but rather a more indirect engagement. Gunships being brought in before they're obsolete. It's the target, you might ask. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe more max rating, but there are so many swift ones here. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. You get by. Some amazing luck. And continue to deny mass. Petric now pulling ahead in the mass game by 10 mass per tick. Middle's completely denied, but just superior teching from Petric. Managing to win this out. Also, Luxun denied so many mass extractors now. It's gotta hurt. Actually, I don't know if he's superior teching. Luxun just might not have all the mass extractors he needs. Only 3 Tech 2 mass extractors. 4 Tech 2 mass extractors. Slightly out-teched. Petric now experiencing a terrible power stall. He's getting up a Tech 2 power, which should pull him much further ahead in the power game. Looks like Luxun gonna push in again. Subs now decide that now is the time to deny the Tech 2 Navy when there's all the build capacity on it. Trying to force out that destroyer, but that just... Tech 2 sub hunter from Petric can easily kill whatever Luxun's got. And Frigate continues to try to help in this naval game. Isn't entirely helpful, but he can try. And now Frigate's going to easily defend this Aurora push, although this gunship very effective, denying 6 Tech 1 mass ejectors and now torpedo bombers from Petric. Oh, that's going to hurt his navy quite a bit. Subs deciding that they want to move in and deny this destroyer, maybe, hopefully. Petric, you know you want to. Please move in. Begging you, Petric. Although it looks like Auroras might be able to take out the first frigate. The second frigate should be more than sufficient to take this out. Gunships denying counter Aurora pushes from Petric. Drops going off from Luxun, trying to reclaim this map. Get all the mexes that he desperately needs. Petric still pulling ahead by 10 mass per second. Attack 3 sonar in the water. And just subs. Subs are the way, man. Just keep doing them. And it looks like this was taken out. Petric moving back onto land, denying that Aurora threat yet again. And it looks like the destroyer's now out. Can he handle the 4 Tech 1 subs? Probably. If he only moved in slightly sooner, like 10 minutes earlier, that would have been so much more effective. Now denying the factory after the destroyer has gone out. 2 sub-hunters from Petric. Third being constructed. Petric just builds himself a nice expansion. Expansion slightly damaged, but that can be repaired. Trying to ground fire this Tech 1 subs, not being the most effective thing ever, but just Tech 1 bomber production onto Luxun's build capacity on the naval factory. That could have a serious impact. That bomber getting 6 kills on 1 pass. Might be a lot of second pass. And somehow Aurora's getting behind enemy lines. Going to start denying Tech 1 mass extractors for Luxun. Petric just keeping this mass advantage for the whole game. Absolutely stunning. Now, Petric unsure whether to move in. Looks like he's going to bring in his remaining navy before he engages. Air isn't anyone's game at this point. Although it looks like Petric is slightly winning back in the tides. Tides of amazingness. Someone PM'd me. Crazy people. Looks like the destroyer deciding to move out. Target is over next to these Tech 1 mass extractors. Scout in position. It's reclaimed. And the sub-hunters move out against the destroyers. The destroyer can't handle that much sub-hunter. No, you can't handle the frigate. You can handle the frigate quite nicely. And everything moving in at once. The destroyer has no chance, but gunships. Gunships, need to be denied. A cruiser from Luxun. Ooh, it's not going to help you against the subs. Subs are terrifying. Perhaps he's hoping to kill them with torp bombers. They're just not there. Petric pulling back in the navy yet again. I'm not sure why he's doing this, but perhaps he lacks the intel. Doesn't want to seriously put himself at disadvantage. Bringing in more navy. Petric just completely winning navy. Maybe this is a meta move, allowing Luxun to waste his mass in that naval production, making sure that doesn't go into air, which can directly counter his navy more easily. Some sort of mind games thing. Well, that Tech 1 sub isn't going to do it. Though continued pushes, more or less effective. Petric gets ahead yet again, still ahead in that naval game or mass game. Luxun trying to get ahead in the power game, trying to get to that Tech 3 power. Looks like these players more or less even. Lots of torp bombers being prepped from Petric, hoping Luxun retreats into the water and then he can snipe him. Though he has lots of things for that. And this destroyer now going to be brought out aggressively, taking out Tech 1 mass extractors. Now destroyer being brought in against Luxun's position. A nice overcharge on Luxun would help, but I don't think he has the range upgrade on the comm. No range upgrades, no upgrades whatsoever. Just gonna have to deal with what he does. Well, now 2 destroyers from Luxun. Very effective. Though 3 sub-hunters is a terrifying force, of which I'm not sure Luxun is able to fight. It's not directly, especially since this first destroyer is essentially dead. And that silo, first Tech 2 destroyer will go down, though cruiser are going to be allowed to have some effect on the navy for some reason. Petric in the water getting an upgrade. It's not telling me. Maybe wants me to switch to his view. Okay. What? I don't know. See buildings? I'm not entirely sure what he's doing there. But guns are being brought in, targeting the Tech 1 static flak. Just too much Tech 1 static flak, though. Now, destroyer brought in from Luxun. Killed quickly and very painfully. And Luxun not amassing torp bombers yet. He's hoping to win with just putting all that mass into the navy. Although a Tech 1 bomber run, not sure where this is headed. This could do a lot of damage depending on where it hits. And just the destroyer harass on these positions, very effective. Petric continues to tech. as he can. Is Luxun going Tech 3 air yet? No, he's continuing with the Swift 1 production. Tech 1 bombers going in directly into the... Oh! A nice stun on the Tech 1 bombers. Looks like one or two bombs gone off. And there goes half of Luxun's build capacity. And now a drop from Petric, going to go ahead and reclaim those naval wrecks, of which Petric almost doubled the reclaim. Actually, more than double the reclaim. Petric just has the advantage here. He can do whatever he wants. Although Luxun does have an expansion, so we can't count him out yet. That's somewhat teched. Petric Tech 2. Don't know why I couldn't see that. Oh, I could have just looked on what side the gun was. I'm smart. I didn't think of that at the moment. Looks like Gunship's going to be brought in to help deny this Navy, but there's so much health in this Navy, I don't know if he can really do that. Petric can try to get one more Tech 2 power before going Tech 3 air. More Tech 1 bombers being brought out. And, Petric retreating versus this. Against a few of those. Cruiser now from Petric, and once the cruiser comes out, gunships will not be a threat. His Navy will be unstoppable. Tech 3 sonar still alive, still giving him such good intel on what's going on. This is the sonar range, he sees everything all at once. And a nice naval battle at a distance. Destroyers coming off. Slight casualties, and oh no, they're stopping right in front of the Tech 2 point fence. Ouch. Got hurt. Oh, it looks like they're gonna go into the water. Cruiser not out yet. We actually know first cruiser is out. Cruiser, move in. You know you can. Do it, dude. Do it. Alright, cruiser's now moving in with the Navy. So good. Petric gonna lose his map control advantage. That's okay. He's still 15 mass per tick ahead. Even with that gun, we'll still be significantly ahead. Cruiser's doing nice damage. And continued raiding from Petric. Now with this decently sized Navy, I don't know if it's actually large enough anymore. If we look at this Navy, 5 destroyers, 2 frigates versus 4 destroyers. I guess it still can do. I mean, there's still hunters. No, I think they're dead. That's okay. There are more Auroras from Petric, which could provide any decisive amount of damage. Although slight out of... Oh, this half of his Navy is out of position. It's gonna hurt. The gunship's not going to be a threat. As Petric pushes forward with his Navy, Luxun continues to try to do what he can. Petric with a healthy eco, actually, surprisingly so. Managing to reclaim enough. Troop bombers attempting to snipe the cruiser. They're just not enough, though. The destroyers continue to mass ejectors, some of those taking to Tech 2. Looks like Luxun just gonna try to grab some mexes for himself. As Auroras take a Tech 2 flak. Luxun forced into his harbor. If he can win this, he'll have so much mass. But I don't know. The Stealth Hunter's staying back. It's critical. Petric losing his destroyers in the naval micro. Only 2 destroyers remain. Luxun now finally has a destroyer advantage. Though a drop from Luxun from Petric directly into the naval fight, trying to get as much of this reclaim as he can. Blaze is now being produced, but the sub-hunters are brought in, and sub-hunters can do the damage that needs to be done. Roars continue to push. Petric with massive eco advantage now. You know, with Petric under shields, he's got Tech 2 flak and all that. We'll see how he could beat a sniped, especially with all the cruisers everywhere. But Petric losing the Navy. Can he make this happen? More torp bombers brought out, targeting that cruiser. Can they kill it in one pass? They're trying to, that's for sure. No Tech 3 air for him yet. And the cruiser wasn't actually the target, he was going for the destroyers, of which they still survive. But one went down. Petric somehow losing this naval game. I'm not entirely sure how it's happening. He's got so much more. Much stuff. Just the naval micro isn't happening. Petric completely losing his navy now. He has to spam out so many more destroyers to remain competitive if he wants to. Or has to do some sick naval micro with the single destroyer, which isn't happening. He's taking so many hits. Drops coming down. Blazes and all sorts of things mentions to cleaned up. Petric does have the air control, so he can use torp bombers to his advantage. He's got 3 cruisers for himself. At least a single cruiser for luxun now, which continues to regen. Looks like this position now being attacked by mobile missile launchers. And more drops from luxun trying to just do as much damage as they can. Blazes now being very effective, pushing down on that angle. And up close, these destroyers won't micro themselves. Plain and simple. Petric with this massive eco advantage. No Tech 3 Navy yet, just continued eco into that Tech 2 Navy. Got Tech 2 shields. And another torp bomb attempt. Going after the cruiser maybe this time. I don't know. Looks like the cruiser is the target. Are there enough torpedoes? There are almost enough torpedoes. Oh no. That was so close. 1 or 2 more torp bombers and the cruiser would be dead. And now it's just going to sit around regenning at 6 health per second. Hit again. And Petric end this game. No. I really want... I know you could accuse me of bias all day. Don't openly admit to that. I do want Petric to win because he's the challenger to luxun's always winning tourney stance. And he's not voodoo, so that gives him points. Although Navy continues to move in. Nice naval engagements on the bottom. Nice blaze force from Petric. Though Petric with his navy split up yet again. This time with the shields. Can he win with this split navy? We'll have to see. Not sure he can. So many torp bombers this time. That cruiser's certainly dead. Actually, not even gonna bother to go for that cruiser. Cruiser looks like it might be taken down by the destroyers. And drops directly into the water with Enchies. Instantly getting killed by destroyers. Petric on top of this naval game yet again. At least temporarily, as the mobile missile launchers do move out. Tech 2 factory is in jeopardy. And destroyers trying to make their way onto land, but then they realize they're not sovereign. And one battle for Petric. He's now free to push directly into luxun's main base. luxun trying to get Tech 3 mass extractors, putting so much into that eco. But he doesn't have any navy now. That Tech 3 mass extractor will become in jeopardy very soon. Once Petric decides to move directly in. The direct engagement on where luxun's comm is. And gunships with naval support and air support. Continue moving in. Okay, says luxun. I lost at minute 0. I'm gonna try and grab bomber first. GG, says luxun. Is that the end? Using a control K, and we do. Petric wins round 2 in this match against luxun. Yay, Petric! You did it. You did it, dude. You beat the M Cup Master and stuff. So So this will lead us to some interesting matchup in the late game. Let's see round 3. I might do some more round 2 casts. But now, for now, good night. Good night.